Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. With that being said, I do want to dive in, and I want to start off really kind of talking about FEDNOW, some of the issues and some of the major concerns I'm seeing around this space. So the first and foremost topic that I do want to talk about is the need for crypto at all. I seen a comment on a video just recently. It was on an XRP video that I uploaded, and somebody asked, well, with this FEDNOW system, doesn't this just replace what Ripple was trying to do with XRP? And what is the real need for crypto at this point? It seems as though they're gearing up for a CBDC. So what's the use case for crypto? And the thing is that like what we are seeing around CBDCs or even around FEDNOW is kind of reinventing the wheel. And when we talk about this wheel, it's 40 plus years old. So it doesn't take much to reinvent it. The problem is that even FEDNOW, although it's a new launch, it is still old age technology. Omid Malikan, I hope that I'm saying that name right, said this over on Twitter, and I do completely agree with it. Arguing that FEDNOW eliminates the need for crypto or even stablecoins is like arguing in 2005 that replacing VHS rented from Blockbuster with DVDs eliminated the need for streaming. P.S. FEDNOW is 25-year-old tech. America is just really late to the game. And, this is the case. As we look at FEDNOW, it's extremely old age technology. Where does Ripple and where does XRP come into place? Because I recently made a tweet, and I even said it in a video, that FEDNOW is not going to be a major price driver for XRP. And the reason why is because FEDNOW initially launches as a domestic payment system. And Anderson mentioned this over on Twitter. Step 1, have instant domestic real-time payment systems. With FEDNOW, we get that. Step 2, connect these domestic payment systems with a bridge asset, and your cross-border transaction is now near instant and cheap. If you listen to the Ripple people, this is what they've been saying, and this is what they've been planning, right? And the reason why I bring this up is because we do see here from Moon Lambo, FEDNOW is a domestic payment system in the US and does not use XRP. I agree. It won't use XRP initially. Including XRP in FEDNOW transactions would add friction, higher costs, and slower transaction times. Now, I do disagree with this endpoint slightly, and I'll talk to you guys about why here in a second. But first, I do want to read Anderson's response here. He says, nobody has said FEDNOW uses XRP. And no, we haven't, right? We know that this opens the door for this technology to be utilized at some point in time, and possibly even now, but it doesn't make sense to use it just yet. And I'll talk to you guys about that why here in a second. Just like how Pix Brazil does not use XRP, just how SEPA Instant EU does not use XRP, just how NPP Australia does not use XRP, XRP is used to convert between currencies, not as a domestic currency. And yes, this is 100% on par, right? Like XRP is not utilized with domestic payments. It's not, because it's not bridging anything at all. What's it going to bridge? Dollar to dollar? That doesn't make sense, right? So as we do look at domestic real-time payment systems, they are crucial for the next stepping stone. And this is exactly what I said over on my Twitter account when I was talking to you guys a little bit yesterday about this FEDNOW system. I said, too many XRP holders are focused on FEDNOW as a price driver of XRP, but this simply is not the case. And I even said what FEDNOW does. It unlocks the door of opportunity for the next generation of financial/payment technology to be realized in. The infrastructure is being upgraded to accommodate for this disruptive technology. FEDNOW is significant not because it will pump XRP, but because it allows for Ripple solutions utilizing the power of XRP to be implemented into the financial system. Now, does this mean that it will be right off the bat? No, it won't, right? What is happening is we are seeing the innovation, the adoption, and then we will see the change. That's what I said here. And the best part about all of this is that it's all coming together. When I say it's all coming together is, we have this in a step process. Ripple's dream scenario is for the real-time payment systems to be put in place, the infrastructure, if you will. Real-time payment infrastructure is being created. It's being designed. It's launching. FEDNOW is proof of that. The next step is to bridge these real-time payment systems that are global. So not domestic, but cross-border. This is where Ripple and XRP comes into place. Now, with this, we also do see over here from Anderson as well, talking more so about banks. Why will banks use RippleNet? Why will banks use XRP? It's very, very simple. Let's dive into this. Shout out to Anderson. This is from Bob Way, former Ripple employee of he's on Bank of America and JP Morgan. He's talking about it. He said, on the other hand, if you look at RippleNet, you'll see Bank of America Merrill Lynch on the steering committee. It's probably a pretty good presumption that JP Morgan and Bank of America are pretty competitive. I think of JP Morgan's latest news as more of a shot across the bow towards our other banks rather than Ripple in particular. But I do think that it might cause all the RippleNet banks to pick up their pace a bit. Everyone in RippleNet wants to be seen as both a thought and execution leader. You can't be that if you're second. Now, within this, we do see this is the steps towards this. So globally systemically important banks are determined based on 4 main criteria: size, cross jurisdiction activity, complexity, and substitutability. The list of GSIBs is published annually by the Financial Stability Board. And over here, we have those major players. And you can see the bucket here. These are the largest ones out there. And then down here, we do see from Brad Garlinghouse, it's more so questioning, the clarity of XRP and what happens around that in terms of like American companies jumping on board. We do see Bank of America is going to have a huge competitive advantage over their competitors by using on-demand liquidity. So Brad is very, very bullish, and I myself am as well. We do see this guy from Morgan Stanley was interviewing me last week, and I asked him, so is Morgan Stanley going to use the JPM coin? Probably not. Will Citi? Will PNC? And the answer is no. So we're going to have all these different coins, and we're back to where we are. There's a lack of interoperability. And yes, this is a fragmented system, if you will, if we have all these other coins and all these institutions jumping on, this board. But, what's funny about all of this is, even if that was the case, it still demands a bridge currency. Like, we need some sort of connection in between it. But I don't think that this is going to be the case. I don't think that we're going to have institutional, coins like this, at least being utilized by other banks. I mean, listen, if you were, we'll say a smaller bank, will you really agree to utilize the JPM coin? No, it makes 0 sense. Why? Why would you? This is a competitor's coin. This is a centralized coin as well. So what's the point of that? And we even do see Garlinghouse saying, let's think about this. JPM announced the JPM coin for institutional customers. If you give them $1 as a deposit, they'll give you a JPM coin that you then can move in the JPM ledger. Wait a minute, just use the dollar. I really don't understand what problem that solves. And it doesn't solve anything besides them wanting more control of the system. But that's not the case, right? This is why a level playing field is coming. This is why the monopoly system that we know of today is going to crumble. It's happening. And it's really kind of centered out on what Ripple is doing. Now, within that, Ripple's already planned ahead. We do see here the future of money is digital. Learn why customers trust our groundbreaking technology for minting, managing, and transacting CBDCs and stablecoins. I shared this video 100 times with you guys, right? Like, this is talking more so about CBDCs. And I'll play the video, right? It's 4 minutes and 50 seconds long. The crucial thing to focus on is the third quarter of this video.
Today's global financial system is more complex than ever before. Yet as the world's economies grow, the infrastructure they rely on needs to evolve. Every nation has its own independent monetary policy and regulatory standards. But with varying system access and legacy technology, the world's financial infrastructure can seem overwhelming. At Ripple, we enable governments and central banks around the world to create new, high-performance financial infrastructures built on blockchain technology. More specifically, we help governments build and launch central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. They are national currencies powered by modern technology that is secure, centralized, and scalable. And these CBDCs will enable central banks to implement their monetary policies in more efficient and effective ways. The Ripple team brings a wealth of expertise to every new CBDC solution, working with hundreds of financial institutions, policymakers, and regulators. Our solutions facilitate billions of dollars in cross-border payments around the globe. Ripple's CBDC solution is based upon one of the most reliable, sustainable, and open-source blockchain protocols, the XRP Ledger, XRPL. The XRP Ledger technology is perfect for CBDC blockchain applications. It's fast with transactions complete in 2 to 3 seconds. It's easily customizable and programmable. It's reliable, having closed over 72 million ledgers since 2012. The ledger's native functionality for issuing digital currencies also reduces the need for bespoke programming and reduces risk. Finally, the technology is sustainable as one of the first carbon-neutral blockchains. Each pilot is completely customizable and shaped to the needs of the central bank by an expert team. Here's how it works. Each nation's CBDC is hosted on a private version of the XRP ledger. Access by participants is granted by the administrator and fully secure. Using Ripple's CBDC solution, the central bank has full control over supply, allowing them to increase supply or redeem it. And through a standard API and multiple SDKs, integration into existing systems is simplified and suitable for traditional and non-traditional participants. Additionally, the central bank can issue other assets and allow participants like commercial banks to do so. The central bank can also authorize who holds the currency on the ledger, whether that's held directly by consumers or through commercial banks. Transactions typically settle in seconds compared to days, making CBDCs suitable for use cases like retail point of sale. This can open the door for real-time salary payments and collection of tax at point of sale, which gets funds to an institution or a consumer faster while eliminating debt risks. CBDC data is fully controlled and auditable by a central bank, allowing for its analysis in support of monetary policy. And the data maintains transaction privacy while still allowing for regulators to monitor for criminal activities. Finally, a Ripple-designed CBDC.
Now, here is where everyone should pay attention to this video, because for the longest time we constantly heard that XRP is not utilized within this ledger system. XRP won't be included in this ledger system. You know, all the crazy bizarre statements that, you know, are always made to belittle XRP's use cases. Listen closely to this.
Can provide a means to bridge disparate currencies through XRP. Its inherent interoperability can allow for connection with other central bank ledgers for efficient cross-asset and cross-border transactions. This can be done with cross-issuance, using XRP as a bridge currency or via cross-ledger communication protocols.
And there you have it. This is the main pioneered use case around XRP. The overall goal here is to be a bridge currency. Like, they want to have XRP positioned to bridge all of these CBDCs. If we're talking about that, right, like they're already projecting that $5 trillion worth of CBDCs will be out there by 2030. So think about that.
This reduces the risk that institutions are forced to accept when transacting across multiple networks or currencies in the current system. The creation of a CBDC provides powerful benefits for the economy and people of an adopting central bank. It's technology that places trust in digital money in the hands of a central bank that can guarantee accessibility to funds and the resulting services, as is the case with cash today. The result? An improved foundation for global financial development where businesses, commercial banks, and ultimately people can unlock new economic potential. Work with Ripple to build a custom pilot designed for your country or institution today.
Now, of course, this does not make me bullish on CBDCs. I don't like the idea of CBDCs, but if they are going to happen, which it seems as though they are, 90% of all nations are pushing towards this. It still does get me quite excited about the future around XRP. It solidifies why, you know, XRP is so revolutionary, right? It's transformative for banking, financial use cases, and things like that, because, you know, up until now, yeah, there has been some great innovations on the forefront, but, you know, in order to bridge these currencies, these, you know, anything of different value as well, like atomic settlement is crucial. And Ripple has been pioneering this use case for well over, you know, a decade now. So as we really kind of look at this, like, this is a fundamental use case for the future. And even Anthony Welfare kind of talked about this a little bit as well. We did see Ripple, or CBDCs are gaining traction globally, and Ripple CBDC team are focused in on real world use case for a CBDC, or stablecoin. A couple of weeks ago, I shared 2 use cases at the CEE FinTech conference in Romania. Regulated DLT infrastructure for tokenized securities in partnership with SuperHow.com and their Axiology project, a tokenized securities trading and settlement system, DLT TSS infrastructure. This infrastructure enables multiple layers of the current capital market infrastructures to coexist on one technology layer, leading to multiple synergies, process efficiencies, and new business models. Distributed FMI for tokenized securities. For anybody that doesn't know what FMI is, that is just a financial market infrastructure. One layer regulated FMI instead of multi-layer custody / settlement / trading interconnected platforms. Process efficiency, automation, cost, regtech saving, direct retail participation possible. Regulated fractionalization of tokenized securities. Secondary market for tokenized securities as well. Issuance on the ledger of fundable token-based regulated securities. Integration of regulated settlement coins, Mika stablecoins / CBDCs. And this is actually a pretty big breakdown of what's to come, right? This is all built on the XRP ledger. If we actually look at this, Axiology is XRP ledger-based technological layer, for DLT transaction settlement system, a new regulated institution type under EU DLT pilot regime regulation. So this is pretty crazy. A lot of use cases tied to this, and this is almost on par with that idea of like that private settlement marketplace that's kind of erupting on the scene around Ripple with the XRP ledger and the private XRP ledger technology as well. This is very exciting. And you know what? This is all centered out on the stock market, right? Europe's stock market. They're failing to challenge the US. And how can they compete? How can we have a level playing field? Well, this is how. This is truly changing the game, and I think that this is right on par with the DTCC, which are moving and settling trillions and quadrillions of dollars worth of securities per year. They are also jumping in the DLT game. You know, things are changing. Things are changing. We still might be years away, but I think that this should get everyone out there extremely excited. The future is very bright around this space. I talk about it every single day. You know, everything is falling into place around regulations, around adoption, innovation, and it's all to welcome the next frontier of technology. And it's here. It's here, and it's only a matter of time. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on because I'm a free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. Otherwise, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night. Wherever you guys are on this board, that's been Nick. Peace out, guys.